smile.
The Boy Who Gave. Now, it's an acclaimed Nigerian drama film that tells the emotional story of a teenage boy named Ida, who becomes the sole provider for his younger siblings in the Niger Delta after their parents' tragic death. Now, this film was written, directed, produced, and acted in, led by Allison Emmanuel. Now, the film explores the quiet weights of what people actually carry. Welcome to TVC Breakfast Sats. First to see weights.
No, I mean, this I will do. This I will do. That was great work.
Oh my, literally watching that right now, literally say bringing tears to my eyes again. And I'm like, what's going on? What is going on? So you wrote, directed, produced, and acted in it. What was the weight like of doing all that, playing all these parts?
It was physically exhausting. I've done a lot of short films where I, did all of that. Not all of that, like wrote, directed, produced. So I'm quite accustomed to the entire workings. But this is like a feature, so it's more days, more running around. Yeah, physically exhausting.
Wow. I can imagine it. When you have, first of all, to manage people of talent is a skill of its own. And then you had people that are older than you in the industry, you had people you call uncle, you had people you call sir, and so on and so forth. And you had all of them together, and you could put this fantastic film together. Tell us about the storyline first. And before you even answer, I must tell you that the technical crew you used, they are fantastic. So go ahead, tell us about the story.
Yes, so The Boy Who Gave tells a story of a teenage boy who loses both parents, to a tragic accident, and he now has to be the father, the mother, the big brother of his two younger siblings. He has to sacrifice his education so he could work and they could go to school, and that's like the reality of a lot of people in Nigeria and Africa. I have friends who, after we finished secondary school, they had to start selling stuff, start doing one job or another so that their younger ones could even go to secondary school, so yeah.
I think, it's incredible. So I'm thinking, so let's start from the writing part. I was watching the movie, I'm thinking, what life experience will somebody have to go through to sit down and write a story like this? And you're just 24. So tell me, where did the inspiration for this movie come from?
The truth is, we glamorize happy endings a lot in our films. And if we have like 100 people on earth, I assure you, 70 are not achieving their dreams. 70 are going to their graves not achieving their dreams. Yeah. And why don't we tell those stories about the people who did their all, tried their best, but didn't end up making it. I think that those people are in their graves, like hitting their caskets, like, you have to tell my story.
I didn't really get it because at the end, your dad in the movie told you to smile, like you had done all you had. What else could you have done? Do you understand? So I'm thinking, are they really hitting it, or is it just like, okay, this is what it is? Because that monologue at the end of the prison, that was fantastic. And then that's what I'm asking, because I'm like, how have you come to the point at such a young age to see life the way you actually see it? Some people are literally in their 50s, they've not seen life like this. Do you understand? Like how? What are the experiences that literally brought you to that point?
I'm an empath. I'm very empathetic. I can look at someone and feel what they are feeling, and I think that's my greatest creative strength. So I probably haven't experienced so much, but I've seen people. I observe. I'm a great observer. I observe people a lot. I can just sit quiet and observe people's lives. And I grew up in a community where I saw people struggle from the start of their lives to the end of their lives.
Wow.
And they never really, quote and unquote, make it. So yeah.
But you see, when we talk about make it in Nigeria, we're talking about making it in money terms. What about love? What about the real things of life? But that's on one side. The real question I want to ask you is that boys your age are going to nightclubs. They are thinking of entertaining themselves. They are thinking of the soft life. They suffer from this entitlement mentality where they believe that this person is supposed to do this for me to succeed. But you seem to be running the other route. You're thinking, you're putting your creativity to test, and you're not only doing that, you're convincing people to put money in your creativity. Talk to people, talk to your peers. That's it. That's the question. Talk to your peers. I mean, what's the driving factor?
This may sound, some type of way, but when God believes in you enough to bestow some gifts on you, the last thing you want to do is disappoint him.
Okay.
So that's the place that I come from. I've been given so much by God. I've never been to film school. I learned how to write, how to direct, all my short films, I edited them myself. I learned these things, like it's a calling,
Yes.
So who would you be to abandon your calling,
Wow.
Okay.
I wish young people are thinking like you, because what I know is that everybody has been given something.
Yes.
First things first, a lot of young people do not even know what they have been given until much later in life. But you found yours before 25. In November, it's you're going to be 25, yes. And man, you're going to be an old man. In November, you found it early and you did something about it. The experience of putting this film together, is it going to translate to other films? Have you written something else? Are you thinking of writing something else?
I'm always writing.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we didn't make The Boy Who Gave because it was the only thing to make. We made The Boy Who Gave because that was what was right to make at the time, and given the resources that we had. I have hundreds of, I'm always writing. And The Boy Who Gave is like a great experience, a great landing, into like the other stuff that I want to do, because my other works are very ambitious, they are really ambitious.
Definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to all
They are
that.
really ambitious. So, the experience of having to, do this, and seeing the reception from like the audience, if you go on TikTok now, everybody's making videos. I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe, it's just, really exciting. So I'm just really taking all the lessons, even from like the business side of like the film business side. I'm taking all, because we're in cinemas now, and I'm basically learning everything on the go.
On the go.
So I'm just taking all those lessons, and next time, bigger, better.
Okay, so this is your first feature film.
Yes,
right?
it is.
I think it's amazing. My question is this, but then again, I think for me, something I really appreciated about the movie is the fact that we're not looking at popular actors, we're not looking at influencers, we're not looking at all those people. We're literally looking at talent at its rawest form. And literally sitting down here and hearing you say you didn't go to film school, and I'm thinking, okay, how did you manage to put out such a performance? From the joys, from the high points to the grief. We could literally feel. You see that scene where she was about to hang herself.
Yes.
And I'm like, what's going on?
That is the scene that got me.
Oh my God. And there was that, and then the actor, this movie is meant to be the boy and girl who gave. Because they really give back. She gave. She overgave, in fact. But anyways, coming back to that question, you answered that, but quickly, let's pay some bills. We'll be right back after this break.
love pass make man carry in life put for one side because he love in people. Don't tell you big. I tell you don't give up anything for me.
Is this how I'm going to watch my dream just pass me by like that?
Destiny equal. Smile.
Ingi sama ngbadua rebe.
The thing about life, we say. Some people go collect.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Had to check something quickly there. We're still speaking with Allison Emmanuel, talking about the producer, director, writer, and actor of The Boy Who Gave. Okay, so my question before we went to that break was, I mean, I love the fact that we're not seeing all the Nollywood fluff. Do you understand? We're really digging deep to the realities of living in Nigeria. I mean, I think it's very crucial, the theme of that movie, considering the economic situation we're dealing with right now. But then again, as a producer in there, when you were casting for your creatives, for the actors, for the talent, where was your head at? Do you understand? Because I'll think, okay, someone as young as you, your first feature movie, you probably want to do everything to get the movie a buzz. Do you understand? And that's literally referring to, I mean, getting some kind of people on it and everything. But you went in the opposite direction. It's like Nollywood is going this way. You're like, yeah, I'm going this way. So like, yeah. So that decision, how was it made?
I want to make films that stand the test of time. I want to make films that would be relevant 50 years from now, 100 years from now. And you don't make those kind of films by casting the wrong people. You don't make those kind of films by prioritizing
Popularity.
Instagram numbers over talent. You know, it's fine if the person is popular and fits the role.
Okay.
That's great. But if the person is not, I mean, you know, that's not what I want to do. That's not the kind of films that I want to make. You know, I want to make films that are true. You know, and you know, for casting for The Boy Who Gave, I prioritize people that live, you know, in the community where the story was set, because you need to sound like them, you need to feel like them, you need to look like, you need to be them, you know, to be able to, like, you know,
understand the story they're trying to deliver.
Yeah, and even like the stars that we brought in, like, you know, Blossom, Tina and all of that, we brought them in because they were right for the characters.
Well, you killed them quite quickly, true. Just saying. Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, the fact the movie was set in Bonny.
Yes, it was.
Bonny. Why did you choose that location?
Because that's where I'm from. Yeah, it's where I'm from, and I told the story through the lens of my people. You know, yeah, because I grew up seeing all those stuff. You know, so I wanted to tell this.
Yeah, and now it makes sense to me because I know Bonny. Yes, my brother-in-law worked there for a while, and I spent quite some time with him there. And filming, making a movie, is not something you wake up and do. You have to have some kind of financial backing. And Nigerians find it difficult to invest in a young man. So how did you achieve it?
So I want to say shout out to Sarah Tonye Ibiama. He's the CEO of Grafton Entertainment. He is also my uncle.
Okay.
But listen, but like, so he funded the film.
Okay.
But he didn't fund it from a place of, you are my...
This is my nephew,
Yes.
yes.
He funded it from a place of, I've seen all the short films that you've been doing. You've won this. I won a competition sponsored by Sony Pictures. I won a competition sponsored by United Nations Nigeria, like my short films. So he has seen that, and he has seen my performances in films like Hijack 93, Masquerade Stefaniado. He saw, I didn't even approach him to say, let's do this. He approached me to say, I see you, I see your potential, and I want to support you, I want to do
Please
this.
mention his name one more time.
Tonye Ibiama, CEO of Grafton Entertainment. And I think that people like that are really, really important.
Yes.
They are really important because there are a lot of amazing creatives who are like, pitching 1 million times and asking people to take a chance on them. But he took a chance on me. Yeah.
And you didn't have to even sell him a line. Your work spoke for you. Your work spoke for you. I mean, if I was in his position and I've seen that you've won the United Nations stuff, you've won this, you've won that from your short films, and I've seen the short films, I've seen your performances and all that, maybe I would do the same thing. And now let's go to Naira and Kobo. You guys always run away from that.
We always do.
Or maybe I should. I would like to know.
The numbers?
Yes, the numbers.
Please save.
You did say.
Okay, I forgive you.
The money I've spent already, don't worry.
Beautiful. Let's talk about your technical crew.
Yes.
I saw some camera angles that just blew my mind. I saw some visual effects, so to say, that made me say, was this thing edited here in Nigeria? Your technical crew was fantastic. They told half of the story, and the acting did the other half. So was it an organization that you hired, or you just you called in people that you've had the opportunity to work with before now?
They were all my friends. They were all young people like
Young
me.
people. Yeah, I can agree with that because
yes, it was obvious.
There are some of those angles that are just crazy.
The post-production, they were all my friends. The director of photography, his name is Okong Fadamna. He was the second director of photography for Breath of Life.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a solid one. Okay.
He was the second DP for Breath of Life. But for the editing, they were all young guys like me, all my friends. We had Adisa Tijani, we had Angela, Adebisi, we had Hussein, we had Kevin. So we just all my friends, and I would just go to the studio and we'd just all work on it together. And yeah.
Surround yourself with people that are going somewhere with this life. Okay, but I actually want to take you back to that finance question. I know I said it is safe, but now thinking about it, I think it's actually safe and necessary. We actually put the figures to it. Reason being that, we're talking about literally financing movies and how some young, talented people are pitching and not getting it. But then again, Instagram numbers literally step up and they're like, these institutions that fund them because, we know who you are, we see your numbers and things like that, as opposed to looking at the actual talent. And then some figures have been put out there. And sometimes you think, you're like, okay, this movie, this is how much they say they used to make it. Okay, but now seeing the movie now, give us the numbers.
Okay,
what was the budget? Give us a rough estimate.
Let me throw the question. Of the how much do you think it is? How much do you think it costs?
Well, I'm looking at $1 billion.
$1 billion?
No, I don't think it was up to that.
Realistically.
400, 500, yeah.
500 million.
To be very honest, it could pass for that. But coming from the point that, post-production, we're friends, and I know it's your first feature to understand that, and seeing the setup, really good work. But the friends, we are very good friends in Nigeria. So I don't know, let me say 40, 30, 40?
40 million.
No, definitely more than that. Definitely more than that. Look, what keeps friendship? This guy is a very smart young man.
The number.
He got us beating our heads together.
It's possible it's not even up to that.
It wasn't more than 50.
Are you serious? Okay. Now I am. Now I am.
Because we see these movies and sometimes you're just like, okay, these are the numbers, and you're like, knowing Nigeria, right? But then again, seeing a movie like that, it could pass for a lot higher. But if you think of it, But I mean, you did
Look,
that much with 50. That's very commendable.
If that number didn't come from you, I wouldn't believe it, because the job is fantastic. It's good, and my advice would be the people that worked on this. That's your team. So I want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we're expecting a whole lot. Now, let me tell you something about music and films. If your very first is such a huge success,
The pressure is...
you've given yourself some pressure
No,
now.
the reward for work is more work. For good work is more work. I was going to ask you about that beach scene, but we don't have time, sadly. But do we? Just quickly, how was that done? You know the scene I'm talking about. Just say, just give us an insight. How was it done?
What do you mean? I don't want to talk about
Wow. The beach scene. When I was watching it, I'm like, this looks very realistic. What's going on here?
Okay. It was what it was.
It was really...
My takeaway from your film is when somebody said
That's not good
the
enough.
greatest way to show love is to pause your life for another person. That is so true. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of Nollywood.
Yeah.
And we hope you will inspire a lot of young people, because the younger ones are the really creative ones to go into it and take themselves seriously.
Well
Well done.
Thank you so
Allison.
much for
well
having me.
done. You
Thank
did
you.
great, and I wish you all the very best. Are you working on something right now? Just quickly.
Yes, we are.
Drop quickly.
Yeah.
Name drop.
Gangs of, we already shot Gangs of Port Harcourt. Yes.
Okay.
It's a 13-episode series.
Okay, great.
It's going to be coming on YouTube.
Okay. When?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
In a few months. Yeah. Let's just wrap up.
Yeah, let's
The
just
boy
wrap
who
up
gave.
first. Okay, well, Gangs
and something
of
else
Port
is
Gangs
in
of Port
development
Harcourt.
as well.
Okay.
A huge project is in
Okay,
development.
amazing. So look out, he's cooking. He is cooking. And you've seen what he cooks, so trust me, he cooks really good. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here.
so much for
All
having me.
right.